NFT liquidity market is really growing, and in this video I'm going to show you another application which is really cool and is doing something different. Basically, it's JPEG'D, JPEG'D.io. You can go directly to the website. JPEG'D is bridging the gap between DeFi and NFTs, and it has this funny mechanism of actually printing a stablecoin if you deposit NFT. So I will talk about that in a minute. I just wanted to say that it's always great to try something new. This is basically how it works. You're depositing your NFT into a vault. Then you can get PUsd, which is the inherent stable coin, and you can use that stable coin either to change it to something other or use that PUsd to provide liquidity and through staking and basically gain more PUsd. So there's some farming to be done. So basically there's a bunch of platforms it's integrated with. The team is really cool. So following with Tetranode, a bunch of really cool chats from the NFT crypto space in general. So it's a really nice product. If you go into the platform, then you can see that there's a bunch of collections, just 5 at the moment. It's basically CryptoPunks, Bored API Club, Mutants, Doodles, and Ether Rocks. And basically how it works is you can put one of those NFTs from the collection and get up to 32% as the liquidity. So if NFT is worth 100 ETH, you can get up to 32 ETH in value in PUsd, in a stable coin. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, on the left you have everything. I like this feel of being a little bit pixelated. It reminds of CryptoPunks, of course. You have a bunch of pools. So if you have PUsd, then for example on Curve you can start staking. There's another token called JPEG from JPEG'D.io, which is used to give away as rewards, and basically it's used for the governance. So you get PUsd for NFTs as a collateral on the platform, and then JPEG is used as kind of a reward, or you can buy it on the open market. There's bonds, currently retired, NFT staking. So in order to get JPEG, then there's an auction house, because basically if there's an NFT that's being liquidated, if there's debt that's being liquidated, then basically it goes to the auction house and you'll be able to bid on that and buy it. There's the governance, and we can go into about. So yeah, NFT lending platform, decentralized. Basically they want to make this approach to NFTs through DeFi lenses, with these different pools, with stablecoin, with 2 coins actually, the second being JPEG for governance. Pretty interesting. If you jumped into the documentation, you can see some of the other things. So as I mentioned, there are like 5 collections right now, 4 mentioned here. Then the lending mechanism is basically you have the loans being 2% annually, which is pretty low. Deposit fee 0.5%. Then loan to value ratios. This is what I mentioned, 32% of the collateral. So if you have 100 ETH, you can basically take up to 32 ETH of value. And the way it works is you get this PUsd tokens, right? So the initial CryptoPunk vault will be capped at 10 million PUsd. The insurance, this is also a novel mechanism. Basically you're able to insure your debt in case it goes into liquidation. You will have like 24 hours or 38 I guess, to pay your debt, basically. Yeah, so there's this example here. There's the user opens $10,000 PUsd debt, then the 5% fee along with the deposit fee. Then he receives 9,450 PUsd, and then if it grows to 15,000, then basically he's liquidated and he must repay that. But because he basically paid for the insurance, he will have 48 hours of liquidation time. So this is the time where you can pay off your debt. If you don't do it, then the NFT will go to the DAO and it will go for an auction. So yeah, liquidations. your CryptoPunk has been liquidated. There's an example, how much to repay, time to repayment. You can repay, or you can, well, leave it to the auction. There's the vault workflow. Basically, they're using Chainlink as an oracle for prices, I guess, which is pretty standard. Then the locking mechanism. We can go into auctions, how it works. So basically, each auction is 24 hours, and the winner can claim the NFT that's being put on the auction. So yeah. And the standard one, if the bid is introduced less than 5 minutes before the end of the countdown, the auction is extended by 10 minutes. This is pretty standard on the platforms like OpenSea, so great seeing that here. And there's the whole tokenomics also for JPEG, the coin related to the governance. So there was like, this is the basically supply allocation, 35% going to DAO, 30% donation event, 30% team, and 5% advisors. Bunch of contracts if you want to verify anything from governance token, PUsd to different vaults that they're using. Liquidity mining for the JPEG token. So there's an LP on SushiSwap. And there's a discussion around the native stablecoin of JPEG protocol as well. And there's this thing called Citadel Vault, which is compound PUsd vault run by our strategist. So basically another way to stake your PUsd and maximize profits. So this might be interesting as well. So as you can see, a bunch of other things. Some of those reminds me of classical DeFi mechanism when you have this printing plus staking. But the cool thing is that there's actual business model, as you may call it, being the actual, like this in the end, there are those valuable NFTs being used as a collateral. So it all makes sense. And then the money that is inflowing within the DAO, then it's really coming from the interest on the loans given away. So it really makes sense. It's not like printing money out of the pure air, at least at the first glimpse. So yeah, pretty interesting. I will leave the link down below, of course. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel and see you in the next episode.